Hi guys, welcome back and welcome if you're new. I'm Katie and today I have compiled a few of my last cleaning, organizing, recipe videos and wanted to share those with you guys. So if you guys need all the cleaning motivation this week, I have 2.5 hours of real life messes, of pantry organization, refrigerator organization. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would love for you guys to subscribe. Remember, hit the notification bell also down below to be reminded every time I do upload a new video, guys. And remember that it is always free to like and subscribe to people's channels. It helps us all create content for you guys. It also lets me know if you guys like the videos that I am creating for you guys on YouTube. I compiled 2.5 hours of cleaning videos for you guys so that you guys could just stick this video on and just let it play in the background while you guys are cleaning your house. I would love to know what you guys are going to get clean for the week. I would love to know also if you guys like this type of video. Leave it in the comments below. Or you can also follow me over at katiejameslife over on Instagram and share things with me over there. Also, let me know what you guys are doing. Let me know what you got clean today. I would love to know, guys. Today we are going to clean out and reorganize my refrigerator. So I have said this before, we have a tiny refrigerator, just a regular apartment size refrigerator, so I'm trying to maximize all the space that I can. So everything that I have in this video I will link down below for you guys if you guys are interested in knowing about these products a little bit more. But I measured before I bought anything and just tried to figure out the configuration before I started buying a bunch of containers. Now I did end up returning one of the containers and I will share that with you later in the video. But let's go ahead and get started by cleaning out the refrigerator.
Will you bet if you get the chance? I know I surely would. When you're away,
I did make piles on the counter again in sections of what the items were. So all the condiments went into one section, all the vegetables went into one section. I did that in my pantry clean out, and if you guys have not seen that, I will link that in the description box below, but I will also link it up here on the card in the corner of the screen for you guys if you guys have not caught that one. But that one was a great undertaking of just maximizing my space again. Check behind your crisper drawers because something will inevitably leak. I looked back there and I'm pretty sure the turkey that I made for Thanksgiving had leaked behind there and I just hadn't noticed it because we always have drinks in the crisper drawers.
deja vu. I know for sure you are my missing part. I know that you'll be you, 'cause you're my sweetheart.
containers that I'm going to start with. So these are for vegetables, fruit, and these you can put water in the bottom of them, and they have vents on the side. So depending upon what fruit or vegetable that you're putting in the container, it has little check marks on the top of the lids to tell you whether you need to open the vent or how much water you need to put down in the bottom of it to keep your vegetables and fruit fresher for longer.
Till you added colors, like the moon needs the sun, we don't care about the others. You set my world on fire. You're my heart's desire. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every
Just pop off the lid, and you can pop off the bottom part also, and that's where you stick the water. And you can kind of see there, right there, that there's vents in the bottom, and that's how the water like evaporates and keeps the vegetables fresher longer. So same thing with the bigger container. It does give you a few more options on what to do with that certain item in the container.
You make me smile, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon is the snow, we don't care about the others. You set my world on.
So the next set of containers, I actually picked these up at Target. I thought these would be great to store like bacon bits and cheese, because I always have so many packages of shredded cheese, and the bigger container in this box, I can get all the cheese in. And then like if you have little, I think I ended up putting the feta cheese in the smaller ones, and I put the bacon bits in the smaller ones. So these did come in really handy for just some other items that weren't fruit and vegetables.
World on fire. You set my world on fire. I just want you, I just need you. I don't know what it is you do. I just want you, I just need you. I don't know what it is.
This next container I did find on Amazon. It is for your herbs. So you just put a little bit of water down at the bottom. I'll show you how I do that here in a little bit. But you just stick the water down at the bottom, and then you stick your herbs in there, and it's going to keep them fresher for longer. I have been finding that I've been buying herbs more, fresh herbs, and it's kept them a lot fresher longer. So this next set, I did end up keeping these. Now I did get another one that was kind of like this bigger one, but it didn't have this in it. So it has a little piece in it that you can either stack things, or you can take the piece and you can stick it right down the middle, and then you can have two sides to the container. And each side does have a vent on top of it also. So the larger container does the exact same thing. You can stick it in there, and you can have one on top and one on bottom. Or you can stick that little thing right down the middle, and you can have two sides to your container.
Even though it was cold, we were never wearing proper clothes.
I'm gonna wipe up just a little bit more here. I did go ahead and put our Brita water filter back in, but I wanted you guys to see that I did put all of our drinks down in the crispers. I feel like that's a better use of space for the cans, is down there in those crispers, because they're an odd shaped crisper, they're not flat, so I can utilize my space more up on the shelves. I did also drop the shelf on the left hand side of the refrigerator with what I call the cheese drawer. I dropped that down so that I could put higher like height items over on that side, because there is not a lot of room above that Brita water filter and that shelf and then the top of the refrigerator.
How far we go when we were younger, when we were younger. I remember a girl, I would sneak into her parents' house. I could stay for hours, and we looked into each other's eyes. Hey, I thought I was Romeo, I was looking for my Juliet. And as soon as I left,
So for leafy greens, it does say on the top of the container to open up the air vents and to add water. I did notice after opening it that the amount of water is actually on that gray container bottom. It's right there. It says 1 to 2 tablespoons of water. So I went and I got a tablespoon. I put 2 tablespoons of water.
Everything was black and white. Driving in a car, never knowing how far.
So here's that herb container. Guys, I looked everywhere all over this container and there was not a fill line on mine. The directions said there was a fill line, so I just kind of guessed where to put water in there. And I did put 3 different kinds of herbs in mine, and everything's been fine. I've had them in there for probably 2 weeks now, and they're still fresh and nothing has gone wrong, and they don't taste like each other. So the next container, same thing. I am going to stick some water in the bottom of it, and then I'm going to cut up my celery, and I am going to cut up any of the carrots that I have, and I'm going to put the carrots and celery in this container together. Those 2 things can be stored together. I would do some research before you start storing things together to see if they emit any gas. If you put onions in with stuff, I found when I was looking on the internet, it will it sends out, it's called a methylene gas. I'll stick it in here how you really spell it. I can't remember what it was called, ethylene gas or something like that. And it makes things ripen faster. So it's not good to keep your onions in your refrigerator because it will make things ripen faster. Now you can keep onions in a container, but it has to be like a sealed container where they're not just like sitting out. So I just have my onions now sitting out on my counter and away from everything so that it's not ripening things too fast.
Like you always do.
Again, that's storing things together, especially in a container like that, because we are going to be having most likely 2 things in that container. So I did put limes and tomatoes. I found nothing that was a bad thing to do, so I did keep those together in the container. And both my cheese packets did fit in this container. I absolutely love these Rubbermaid containers. They snap, they seal tight, and they're actually kind of hard to get open, but I like that about it because then my cheese isn't going to fall everywhere. So I did end up putting the feta cheese in this little bit larger container, but I found that I could use the even smaller container for the amount of feta that I had, so I did end up putting it into a smaller container.
My world is spinning round, round, around.
I had a couple of these containers left over from my pantry reorganization that I talked about earlier in the video. I will link that down below for you guys. When my Everyplate comes, it comes in that box. And now I'm using those longer clear containers to store the stuff that comes in my Everyplate box because it fits better in the refrigerator.
How you move and what you do has made me so crazy about you now.
When you want to store your green onions, it's a little bit different. Go ahead and cut the whites off the greens, and then what you're going to do is you're going to dampen a paper towel, and you can use a Ziploc bag, you can use a container, just a reusable like sandwich bag, and I wrapped it in the wet paper towel, and I'm just storing them that way, and they have stayed fresh longer than what they usually do. They don't get like slimy. I had just a couple pieces of like random sliced cheese that I went ahead and I used the reusable sandwich bags for that too, so they could store a little bit better in the cheese drawer. I also went ahead and put my eggs in this egg container that I had. I had it on hand. I think I got it at either like Ross or TJ Maxx. It's usually cheaper there if you're looking for one. They can be kind of expensive, so just keep your eyes peeled for ones that either go on sale or check TJ Maxx or Ross.
Round, round, around. Oh, I want you now, now, now. My world is spinning round, round, round. And I want you now, and I want you now, and I want you now.
to go ahead and stick all of the condiments back in the refrigerator. I did keep like the dips and the mayonnaise and like cottage cheese, sour cream, and yogurt over on the left side of the refrigerator. I put the milk and the heavy whipping cream and any of the like chicken and beef stock that I've got down by the water filter, and then all the other condiments that I did stick back in the door. So I had so much room left over after organizing this refrigerator. Before, I could not find anything in this refrigerator. It was so nice to get everything out and organized and just use the space better. I'm 100% a believer in just utilizing your space better and just maxing out the space that you have, because it can be done. So just moving around those items and just getting a few containers that fit just a little bit better in that refrigerator has made a huge difference. Also on the door put things together that were like items. So at the top I put all the spicy sauces like the buffalo sauce, and then I put all the salad dressings together, all the pickles together, and then down at the bottom I put the ketchup and stuff like that down at the bottom, and I kept the mustards together. So I tried to keep things that were kind of alike together so I knew right where they were and we weren't kind of digging around for random items later. Absolutely loving being able to get into the refrigerator, find things. It's probably been about a week since I reorganized the refrigerator, so we have moved a couple of the containers around because my Everyplate did come, but all I did was add another clear, longer container that I talked about in my pantry reorganization up at the top of the refrigerator. But it's just, you just gotta move some stuff around, figure out what works well for you.
You touch my soul like a phantom, and you did it right from the start. Like nobody is watching what we're doing, like nobody is watching us, like nobody is judging while we're dancing till we can.
Okay guys, so this came late. So this came like well after I taped this, but I wanted to get this in this video. So this is a fridge deodorizer. They have these on Amazon and I think it's hilarious. So I got this one, and all you do is open her up and you stick the baking soda inside of her head. I'm gonna get one. I think I'm gonna get another one for the freezer, but you change the month on it that you need to change it to, so that you know when you put the baking soda in there. So we're just gonna dump the baking soda in this one. And it actually didn't even use like half of the box of baking soda, so technically if you got two, you could probably get away with one box of baking soda for the refrigerator and then one for the freezer. But I think she is so hilarious. They've got like a penguin one, they have another one that's got like an angry grouchy face mom one, so it's super cute.
Like nobody is judging while we're dancing.
Hi guys, welcome back. So today, I feel like that's how I always start my video, like, okay, let me try again. Hey guys, okay, groceries are delivered. I'm gonna show you what we got from Walmart this week. I'm gonna get these all out, let you know what we're doing. I actually did grocery shop this week because I'm not doing Everyplate this week. They just didn't have any options that I wanted, so I figured I'm going to cook. Okay, so here's all the stuff that got delivered from Walmart for this week. So because, like I said before, we don't have a lot of room in our refrigerator, I'm shopping every week instead of every 2 weeks. I got the cat. Kiki loves this stuff. I've tried to give him like fancier food. He does not want anything to do with it. So I just get that for him. Art does not get that one because of his diabetes, but Kiki can have that one. It's fine. The vet said it was fine. I got some pimentos to make pimento and jalapeno corn muffins one night with dinner. I've got that. I've already got jalapenos in there, so that kind of worked out. They did substitute, so, oh, I didn't mention this. This is a delivery order, so I did order these things this morning, and they were delivered to the house. I don't usually go to Walmart anymore. I just use Walmart Plus. I'll link my link down below. I don't even know what to call it. It's not an affiliate link. It's just a link that if you sign up through mine, that I think I get some money back or something. I don't really remember how it works, but I will list down below, and I'll look at it to see how it works with that if you guys are interested in knowing what it is. I do like the Walmart Plus. I also get a discount on my gas. So when we did live in Missouri, I was very close to a Walmart gas station, but I would always go get gas at Walmart and get my discount on that. So, and I get free shipping and stuff like that. So I really do like Walmart Plus just because, one, they don't upcharge you for your items that you're being delivered. So my delivery is free. Items, I'm paying the exact same price in store that I am than when I have it delivered. So then I do just tip the driver. The corn muffins. I am making jalapeno pimento corn muffins one night for dinner. They, like I said, they did substitute this one. I did pick out the Jell-O one, but they didn't have it, so they gave me just the Walmart brand. So we'll try that and see if that tastes any different. The other thing I got, we always have these in our house, these Tangy Fruit Smiles, because we're like 5-year-olds and we love fruit snacks. It's just a nice little snack, and I can put them in my purse, I can put them in the car. Like, I love fruit snacks. The other thing I got, I wanted to make some cinnamon muffins when Jessica comes home. I'm going to make some of those just for us to have in the morning. The other thing I got was some heavy whipping cream. I'm going to make a couple soups, and it called for heavy whipping cream. The other thing I got us some more butter. I use this plant-based butter. I love this stuff. I use it to cook because I use a lot of it with Everyplate. It tastes exactly like butter, and I have used it for years now. Anything that I can get into a recipe that's going to be less calories or less sodium or less of just things that I don't need in my body, I will get. So like plant-based butter, 100%, get that every single time and cook with that. The other things I got some cheese. I'm going to make spaghetti and needed that for it. And then I got some extra cheese. Again, this is one of the items that they substituted. I actually had purchased the one big bag of their cheese, but because they didn't have that, they gave me 2 cheeses instead of just the one. So if you do leave in your app marked to substitute, they will substitute the item for you. Now, the ground beef was one that got substituted also. I had bought like it in the like beef package, like the normal like beef package, where they didn't have any, so they substituted with that. It's whatever, that's fine. I did get some fully cooked bacon. I did get the mega pack. I think it's like $9, almost $10 for this, but I don't want to have to cook bacon sometimes in here because it is a smaller space, and I like to cut it up and put it on my salads that I take for lunch, so it makes it a lot easier. It's faster. I got some more cottage cheese. I like to have that either in the mornings or I put it on my salad. I got some pimento cheese. I got pretzels to go with my pimento cheese too, so we'll get to those. And then I got some onions and some garlic to go with the soups and stuff that I'm making. I got one frozen pizza. That's the only kind they had, so that's what I took. And I got my fancy coffee, or as I call it, marshmallow coffee, because I put marshmallows in it. It's kind of like my hot chocolate. I don't like hot chocolate very much. I will make this from time to time, just as a warm drink. And Lady knows when I'm making it, don't you? You know when I'm making it, and we have a marshmallow. You have a marshmallow too. Yeah. She waits for me now whenever I'm over here making tea. I'm like, I'm not making coffee. I got some salad for my lunches. I am buying the smaller 5.5 ounce. I'm just not going through the bigger one fast. I have a huge one in the refrigerator right now that I barely even made a dent in. I got tacos. I like to just keep those on hand for an easy, quick dinner. And then I got some risotto. I'm going to do another recipe with that. I just always have spiral macaroni and cheese, again, if I'm being lazy. I got the spaghetti for dinner one night, and I did get some diced potatoes and some corn. So I am going to make a chowder. Justin's stepmom gave me a recipe. I'm excited to make that. And I got some more Parmesan cheese. Then I got some goldfish. Again, just some like snacks out here. I got some chips. If you guys have not had the Walmart brand of like the Doritos, the Cool Ranch, these taste just like them. They're great. And then I got some tortilla chips because we always have those on hand. And then the pretzels, like I said, to go with my pimento cheese. But I think that's all I got. Oh no, let me show you. I got some candles. I order my candles. They will bring you stuff other than just food when you do your order. So I got some more candles. I got the hazelnut cream, which I absolutely love that one. And the vanilla, because that's just a nice staple smell. And then I got the bourbon pecan pie. I figured, I haven't even smelled this. Hold on. That smells good. It kind of smells like the hazelnut cream, but it's just a little bit different. I like it. So I got those 3 to kind of replace my other candles because they're getting kind of low That's the vanilla one, and then my other one in here. I keep one at the front door, but that one's like almost gone. So it's almost time to replace that one. Put these away, and I will see you guys in a minute. Okay, hi, welcome back. So today we are going to clean up my pantry, clean up my kitchen, and see what else we can get done and picked up and cleaned up today. I got a bunch of stuff over here for the pantry and the refrigerator. So, but we're only gonna do the pantry today because that's all I have time for today. But like, it needs to be reorganized bad. So basically, long story short, here, the reason why I bought some more stuff, I will link everything down below too that I used and like why I picked it. And I measured everything this time before buying anything. It's just this pantry is just a little bit different than our old pantry, and things are not fitting. The containers are not fitting in there the same way as the old pantry. So that's why I went down a hole and did a ton of research on containers and what's going to fit in there more appropriately. And I even got I literally cannot believe I bought this thing, but I needed something for storage. Like, I never thought I would buy another one of these because I'm pretty sure we tossed 2 of them when we left. It's one of those Rubbermaid like drawers that's got 3, yeah, it's got 3 drawers in it. I bought one, had to take it back because it was too wide. And because I didn't measure the door frame itself, I just measured the inside of the pantry and not the actual door frame to see if I could even get it into the door frame. Could not, so I had to take that back and get this one. We're just gonna start cleaning and get all that stuff cleaned up and just kind of take a few moments to myself. I've been very stressed out the last couple weeks. I've had raging heartburn the last couple days, and I mean, it's so bad that I couldn't get out of bed yesterday, and I don't know what's wrong because I'm not drinking coffee. I'm not doing anything. That could be, am I eating that spicy food like I normally do? So I don't know why it's been so bad. So I'm just kind of going to use this time for myself and just kind of a quiet time to kind of get some stuff cleaned up and just take one thing, like I said before in the last couple of cleaning videos, is just take what you can, get just what you can done. Because I want to be able to get dinner done at like an appropriate hour tonight and go to bed on time. And I did want to try to sit down and read tonight. So I have also been watching A Good Witch. I love that show, guys. I love it. It's so wholesome and it's so good. It's so good. But I wanted to watch a couple more episodes of that tonight and read my book, but just getting this one thing done and a couple other things just like picked up is gonna let me get on with the rest of my week. So let's go clean. So I wanted to start by getting the area cleaned up. So I emptied the dishwasher and then I started the dishes by hand so that I could make some room on the countertops so that I could take all the stuff out of the pantry and then reorganizing the pantry. Try to double check and make sure that I clean the garbage disposal, and I use these disposal tabs that I get from Grove, and they smell amazing. All you do is turn the water on, drop it in there, let the water run just for a couple seconds, and then turn the garbage disposal on and just let that run for a few seconds and you're all clean. kitchen is done, we are going to move on to the pantry. This is what our pantry looks like right now, and we are going to start by taking everything out and organizing this just a little bit better. The containers that I had from our old house just we weren't using them like correctly. They just didn't fit right in this pantry, and we had all that space down there at the bottom that I wasn't utilizing. So I went ahead and took everything out, wiped up the floor and the baseboards in there, and we are going to start organizing the pantry. So when I took stuff out of the pantry, I did start to pile it with like items. So like all the chips went to one side, and then the pastas went to one side, and snacks went to the other side. It just is going to make it easier when you start putting things into containers if you have them grouped together, so that you aren't having to go back and try to figure out where to put stuff. So these are the containers that I got on Amazon, and I got that basket down at Target. I will link everything down below for you guys. I also got this Rubbermaid, well, I call it Rubbermaid, but it's the Target Essentials brand 3-drawer container, and I thought that would be great to hold our chips or any extra snacks that we have, so that they're, like I said, I can use that space down at the bottom on the floor just a little bit better. So I started by sticking all the containers in the pantry empty. That way you can kind of see how you want your space to be organized, so then you aren't putting things in containers and then having to take them back out. So it's so much easier. Stick everything in empty and then bring them back out as you want to put the items in the containers.
And I want you now, and I want you now, and I want you now.
So these containers specifically, I measured all the shelves to see what size containers that I needed. I really like these because they had the lids and there was enough room that I can stack 2 of them, so I could get 6 on a shelf instead of just getting 3 containers on a shelf.
What you do has made me so crazy about you now.
I could not get the last 2 containers apart, and I did not want to break them, so I was trying to get it apart, but Justin got it apart for me.
Oh, I want you right now. Oh, I need you right now. You right now.
So I actually bought these containers for the refrigerator, but I ended up using them in the pantry also. So I will show you guys my video for the refrigerator also in my next video. But I used these 2 for items that were a little bit taller and maybe just needed a little bit more space, but they came in handy.
And I want you now. My world is spinning round, round, around. Oh, I want you now, now, now. My world is spinning round, round, round. And I want you now, and I want you now, and I want you now.
So I am a firm believer in organizing items. I know sometimes people are like, why are you buying containers when it's already in a box? But you can get things to fit so much better and organize more. Like these containers, you can stack 2 on top of each other and you can see what's in the container. So like those locker containers right there that I got at the Dollar Tree, you can't see what you have in the container unless you label the container. So that's why I went with clear. I highly, highly suggest going with a clear container if you're organizing small spaces or if you're organizing something in a garage, just so you can see what you have in there. So I do keep some things in their boxes, like my tacos, but like I took the rice out of their box, I took the cookies, I took the fruit snacks and put everything in a smaller container, because those clear containers are smaller than like the fruit snacks box, so it does condense your items also.
Forever, 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 forever. I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything is complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around
I took all the small snack chips and I stuck it in the container down there on the floor. I put all the small bags in the first drawer, and then I put other bags of chips in the second drawers that were like the open bags of chips. So the unopened bags of chips I stuck up at the top of the pantry. I am so glad that I found this basket at Target. So the reason why I got this basket was, one, I knew that I would use it again. I was trying to find items that I would use again when we move, because we're obviously not going to be in this apartment forever. So I love that basket. I would put it in a bedroom and put it somewhere else if I don't use it in a closet or in a pantry like this. But it's super handy for the extra container that we have that Justin has for his jerky, and then I just stored the extra like Walmart bags and stuff that I've got in there, and then that's where I stuck our trash bags so that they're easily accessible.
Forever, forever.
So my small tiny pantry is done. It's organized. I feel great that I know where everything is and I can see everything now. Everything is all nice and lined up and in their clear containers that I can see, so that I'm not overbuying things, because in this small space I cannot buy in bulk. So I cannot buy more than what I'm going to use within the next like 2 weeks, really maximum 2 weeks, because if not, I'm just buying extra food that I might not use. So there's the basket, and then there is our drawer. So there's the chips, and then these are just the bags of open chips that we have, so I could just keep those in there and out of the way. And then down at the bottom, I did put an extra bag of chips that wouldn't fit up at the top. So yeah, that's what it's like. I would love to know what you guys think about it. Like, are you guys going to reorganize your pantry this year? What are your ideas? What kind of containers are you guys using? I would love to know in the comments below.
My hunger, easy in my head, bringing me fire, bringing me water, taking me high, taking me down.
I did want to make sure before I put all of these containers into storage, or if I reuse them, I do want to go ahead and wipe them all out and get any crumbs or anything. I mean, we have animals, so you never know where you can find animal hair in my house. So wanted to make sure we got all those wiped out and dried before the end of the night.
I may be going, I may be left, I may fall apart. Come to my table, come to my bed, go easy my hunger.
So I actually have time to get a few more things done before I sit down for the night and start dinner. So I did go ahead and I dusted the dining room table, and I went ahead and dusted our like buffet table is what I guess you would call it. And then I am going to fold my laundry. I am so bad about my laundry, and I would love to know if anybody else is as bad as I am. I'll do the laundry, but I will let it sit in a huge laundry basket in the second bedroom for probably a good week before I remember, one, that it's in there, and two, that I need to fold it and put away my clothes. But I'm going to get all my laundry folded at the beginning of the week this week, so that it's not sitting there for another 5 or 6 days until the weekend, and then I have to fold all that laundry while doing the laundry I need to do on the weekends.
Me water, taking me high, taking me down. Taking me down. Taking me
Thank you guys so much for watching today, hanging out with me today, organizing the pantry, and getting done what we can get done. Like I said, I am going to try to just tackle what I can tackle and not try to kill myself on the weekends and try to deep clean everything every weekend. But if I can just mark off a couple things off my list, I feel so much better, especially the laundry. And getting my pantry organized this weekend was such an amazing feeling that I got 2 large items checked off that normally I feel like would be more of a daunting task for me. So I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me, spending time with me. if you guys start doing this stuff, let me know in the comments below. I would love to know what you guys are organizing for the new year, and if you're going to work on pantry or your refrigerator. But yeah, let me know in the comments below, guys. I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back and welcome if you are new. My name is Katie and today we are going to try to get a ton of things done. So I am going to start by cleaning in the kitchen and getting that all picked up. I really do enjoy starting in the kitchen because that's where most of my mess is in the house, just because I've done dishes or I've cooked or I'm now using the dehydrator, so I've got that mess also. So I'm going to show you guys our new dehydrator. I didn't go into a lot of detail about it, but I am going to dehydrate some bananas in this video. I just wanted to give us some extra healthy snacks in the house instead of just having like fruit snacks all the time. If you guys missed that video, I love fruit snacks. But let's go ahead and get this started, and we are going to start in the kitchen and we are going to move through the house. So I'd love to know what you guys think. So I'm starting to tape in different locations, put the camera in a different angle, and I am going to add a few things in this video that you'll see. I'm going to add some recipes. So I would really like to know if you guys are liking the new way that I am taping. Leave it in the comments below so that I know. Also give it a big thumbs up also so that I know that you do like this video. I am going to change up some of the angles and stuff in the next couple videos. And the next couple videos are probably going to be just a little bit longer also, like this 20+ minute video. Let me know if you like longer videos or if you guys like shorter videos in the comments below. So now I'm going to start prepping for dinner. I did go ahead and buy these frozen fillets from Walmart. They're less than $6. I think there was 8 in the bag. They actually were pretty good. They weren't real fishy. I always am really weird about buying like frozen fish, but it was actually really good. So if you guys are looking for salmon and you can't find fresh salmon, I highly recommend that pack from Walmart. Now we're going to move on to the dehydrator. So I just got this dehydrator because I wanted to make a little bit healthier snacks, and I've done strawberries and bananas on this so far. I am going to probably soon do a recipe on like fruit roll-ups to see if I can do those, so I'm going to share that with you guys in a different video. But I really like this dehydrator. I'll link it down below if you guys are interested in it. You just stick them on there, then you set the time. So I set this time, and it does come with a book also that kind of lets you know like what temperature you need to set things on and for how long. For the bananas, I set it on 140 degrees and I set it for 8 hours. So it just sits there and I let it go. I don't usually run it if I'm not at home though, just because I'm kind of weird about that kind of stuff. But that's what the bananas end up looking like, and we could just put them in a Ziploc bag and grab them on the go.
Wish for you.
So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill up the rest of our greens. I knew that there was just a little bit left in the main container, so I wanted to go ahead and fill up the greens so that I could throw away that other container and get it out of the bar cart that I've got. So I did go ahead and put the greens in there, and it really is irritating when I dump it all over the counter like I did, because I don't like to waste things. So as you can see, I dumped it on the counter, so we are going to go ahead and wipe that up, and then we are going to start with our recipes.
How can you be up when I'm done? Don't wanna think about it right now. Maybe you just wanna be friends, but there's a fight when we are talking. Maybe you just wanna pretend, but I can read between the lines. Even if I can't deny that all the things you said are hurting, still wanna be with you.
So the first thing that we're going to make is jalapeno pimento cornbread. So I kind of follow the directions on the back of the Jiffy box, but I use heavy whipping cream, and I added garlic powder, I added a little bit of salt, and just a taste. But here's the recipe. Go ahead and just take a screenshot of that, and I will share that over on my Instagram page too. That's over at katiejameslife on Instagram, but I will share that over there too. But I figured if I added it here too, you guys could take a real quick screenshot of it. But we're gonna make the jalapeno cornbread. It was really good. I did not show you guys because I forgot what it ended up looking like, but you'll be able to see a quick shot of it here in a second once we move on to the second recipe too. But like I said, I just kind of followed the recipe on the back of the Jiffy box, but just kind of tweaked it to what I wanted it to be like, because I wanted it to be a little bit thicker, so that's why I used the heavy whipping cream.
Maybe you just wanna pretend, but I can read between the lines. Even if I can't deny that all the things you said are hurting, still wanna be with you. I think you want it too. 'Cause baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be. Oh, even if I can't deny that all the things you said are hurting, still wanna be with you. I think you want it too. 'Cause baby, I don't wanna be. Oh, baby, I don't wanna be. No, baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be. I really wanted to get it right. Trying to
So the
find
next recipe, I'm going to show you guys how I make salmon chowder. I just got this recipe from Justin's stepmom, but I did tweak this to fit more of Justin and my taste, and just made it a little bit different than hers. You could honestly use any kind of white fish that you wanted in here also. I don't like clams. That's why I never eat clam chowder, but it always looks so good. Guys, this one was so good and it was so easy. Also, my Dutch oven, I know I have not talked at all about this thing other than in my Amazon, like what I got for Christmas video. I love this thing. I will link it down below. It was, I think, like $65 for a Dutch oven. Now, if you guys know anything about Dutch ovens, they can be hundreds of dollars. So this one, I love this one. So I just started with cooking the potatoes and everything on the stove, and then you just stick it in the oven and it cooks everything in the oven for you in the Dutch oven, and it's easy to clean. But this recipe was super easy and it didn't take very long. Now, I did go ahead and I cooked my salmon in my air fryer for like 5 minutes. I did not cook the raw salmon in the soup, so I did go ahead and do that first, and then I started making like the soup mixture, and then I add the salmon before I stick it in the oven. So when I cook, a lot of the times I do like to use a lot of fresh vegetables, a lot of fresh spices and herbs, but I will from time to time make my life just a little bit easier. Instead of chopping potatoes this time, oh, there's the jalapeno cornbread. It turned out perfect. So instead of just like chopping potatoes this time, or, you know, buying corn and taking the corn off the cob, I did just go ahead and get canned corn and canned potatoes, and it worked out just great. So the last thing I did add was the salmon. So like I said, I cooked in the air fryer, and then I pulled it out of the air fryer and I kind of shredded it up and then just added it to the soup mixture, and then that's when you're going to add it to the oven for the second like 15-20 minute cook, and it will all be ready to go. If any of you do decide and you do make this, let me know. Send it to me over on my Instagram page or share it in the comments below. I would love to know if you make this and if you liked it. Hi guys, welcome back, and welcome if you're new. So we are still cleaning up my hot mess, even this is like day 2. And the bedroom doesn't look as bad as it did yesterday, but I'm gonna clean up the second bedroom. I've got clothes on the bed, I've got clothes hanging on the drying rack back here. Need to get those put away. I've got some purses sitting on the bed, and then my desk area where I sit and do my makeup is a hot mess also. So I just want to get all this stuff cleaned up, put away, because my girlfriend's coming next week and I'm super excited. I also have a bucket down here I need Justin to take out. We might quickly do a quick project so I can get it done and off of my like pile that I have back here. And I think I am going to share with you guys too some candles that I got at Bath & Body Works. So I'll show you those that I got. They were on sale, so I grabbed a bunch of them. Low vacuum, and then I'm going to just mop. I'm going to Swiffer mop the like kitchen, living room, entryway. Let's go clean. Let's get this done because I need to figure out what I'm going to cook for dinner tonight.
Listen to me as I say. You've been through, why you got scars. Since you walked through the door, I've been trying to reach you, 'cause I feel you. What's the story?
What are you guys cleaning up right now? I would love to know in the comments below. Let me know like what you were going to tackle today and what you're gonna, like one thing that you are determined to get done today.
We can write our own ending this time. I wanna say no, but
6 candles that I got. So okay, so no particular order. This one is so pretty. It's called Bright Christmas Morning. It's so cute. That's what it looks like. The lid though is so pretty. Cute. So these were originally $25.50 and I got this on sale for $10.25. This one smells so good. This one smells like, this is the Bright Christmas Morning. This one has notes of ripe red berries, which you totally smell right off the bat, blood orange, crisp apple, and with natural essential oils. So I definitely smell those red ripe berries. It's good. It's a good smell. So that's Bright Christmas Morning. The next one I got was Merry Cookie. I love cookie smells. I love vanilla. Merry Christmas Cookie. This one has fresh baked cookies, sparkling sugar crystals, rich vanilla. This one smells so good. Here's the outside of it. And it was just the regular like Bath & Body Works cap on that one. The next one we have is called Holiday. It's red cinnamon stick, Christmas clove buds, and ground nutmeg. It smells like when you walk right into Hobby Lobby or like Cracker Barrel. It's so good. And it has just a normal lid on it, like the other one. But that one's Holiday. The next one is called Cookies with Santa. And this one is so pretty. Santa has fresh cinnamon, brown sugar, and a drop of vanilla. Different than the Merry Cookie. Yeah, it's different. It's definitely got a, I don't know if it's the brown sugar that I'm smelling, but I really like it. I think it is a mix of brown sugar in there, but this one smells really good. The next one I got is called Christmas Cider. This one has mulled cinnamon, crushed clove, creamy nutmeg, simmering cider. This one smells good. It's a lot different than like the Holiday one. I can smell the creamy nutmeg and the simmering cider. It smells like cider. It's called 'Tis the Season. I get another really pretty candle. This one has rich red apple, sweet cinnamon, and cedar wood. So this one you could totally burn either fall, winter, or even like right now. There's no like heavy note of like holiday in it. It just smells really good. So I'm gonna go stick these away now. And then I think I am gonna real quick do a DIY on my silhouette and show you guys that I found on Pinterest. I will put everything down in the description box below. Also link my Pinterest page down there. This one is on the Disney board on my Pinterest page. Not see my last silhouette video, I will link it up here above here, and I'll link it down below. Let's go ahead and let's do this DIY real quick and let's go. So I did find a tiny little spot that I could store candles, and this was like it. I'm telling you guys, this apartment, we do not have a lot of room, so I'm trying to figure out how to maximize all my space. So now we're going to move on to my tiny little DIY project that I have had on my list of things to do for months that has just been sitting here. So I did purchase the frame over at Hobby Lobby, and it was on sale for like less than $6. So I went ahead and grabbed that, and then I'm just going to use my silhouette to create the design that I found on shopdisney.com. So with the Cameo, and I think also with the Cricut, you can pull images off the internet and you can create the images that you find on the internet. So this was my inspiration for the project, and I happen to have black and gray vinyl. So I went ahead and I cut out those designs there. You can see the H, the M, and the E. And then here I am going to go ahead and I'm going to cut out the castle to then go ahead and stick that on my sign. So I'm still trying to decide what I'm going to do with this sign. Right now I've got it sitting in the living room on the dining room table, but I'm going to decorate the dining room table here soon. So I'll probably show you guys that in a different video, like where I actually ended up putting it. And once I figure out what I'm going to do with the dining room table too and decorate that. So let me know what you guys think of this DIY. It was super simple, super easy. Let me know too if you guys have a Cameo or if you have a Cricut, and if you do use it a lot to do your own DIY projects. Go ahead and I'm going to vacuum this room, and then here in just a second I am going to go ahead and finally clean up around the bed where Lady like rubs every time she comes in there. So she's in this room a lot with me because I get ready in this room, and my closet technically is in this room. So she comes in here with me a lot, which is not a big deal, but the bottom of that bed is getting really dirty and the cat sits in this chair. So the lint rollers come in super handy. I do use the Dyson here and there on the like comforter, and I tried to use the Dyson on the bed skirt. It just did not work. So highly recommend getting a bunch of lint rollers. I get mine on Amazon. They're cheaper, and I think that you can get a 6-pack for pretty cheap on Amazon. But it definitely helped the bottom of the bed, but of course, like right after I cleaned it, she rubbed on it. So at least I got the bulk of the hair off. Okay, so I just need to put this away still, but everything else in here is cleaned up. I cleaned up all down and around here. So I'm trying to decide if I just put a blanket over the bottom part right here, just like right now, because she comes in here, this one, and she rubs all the way around it, and it just, so I picked up that side, I guess a little bit higher, so I'm going to pick up this side a little bit more, and I'm going to go look for a blanket that would kind of match in here to just kind of drape over the bottom so she's not rubbing all over the at least cream part, and the blanket's easier for me to wash and not to wash this whole comforter. No big deal. So I'm going to look for a blanket because I have a million of them, because I've got 3 sitting right over there. I vacuumed the floor. I didn't show all of it just because I couldn't get back into this like crack. It is so it's crammed in here. I do feel better that it's not as cluttered in here now, and I can kind of feel like I can move around and stuff, but I'm happy with how like clean that area is. I got that one DIY done. I'm going to do another DIY in another video. I'm going to make some door hangers and show you guys some different ways to make those. But I feel pretty good about it. So I did have Justin go ahead and help me move some stuff around here because the rug keeps moving. So if you guys have any suggestions on like rug holders, so nothing that would like damage this floor, it's just like a laminate flooring that's down, but the rug keeps moving and it's getting kind of annoying. So if you guys have any suggestions, I would love to know what products you suggest. A lot of the times that you guys see me make our bed, it's usually later at night, and I like to get into bed with my bed kind of made. So usually when you see me make this bed, it is not perfect, but I like to be able to just get into it and feel like it's not a complete mess, because both of us in there and then all the animals are in there at night. So it's just nice to get back into bed at night and have everything a little bit picked up. Also, I wanted to tackle my side of the bed. I have cords everywhere with my computer, and I've got my Nintendo DS, I've got my Nook, plug in my phone, my watch, so it was nice to get that picked up for the night. Also, I wanted to go ahead and I wanted to tackle Art's bed. So I didn't really realize how much hair was all over this thing until I happened to pick it up. And the easiest thing for me to do was to start by using the Dyson, and then I did go ahead and I did pull out the lint rollers to get the mat. It was a little bit easier to get the mat clean with the lint rollers on his little bed.
When I'm sleeping with someone new, I just close my eyes and think of you. When I'm sleeping with someone new, stepping on your roller coaster, going down, but I never felt this high. Biggest ride of the century.
I did want to tell you guys, thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing, watching my videos, and just continuing to be here with me while I build my channel. So proud of how I edited and everything I got taped and added. Again, let me know like what you guys think of the recipes in the video, if you like these little bit longer videos with just a little bit more in them, or would you rather like shorter 10-15 minute videos. So I could probably throw in some shorter videos during the week and do 2 videos a week and not 2 like large ones during the week, but I did end the video by just mopping the floors. I absolutely love to Swiffer these floors. It smells so great. I get the Swiffer with the Gain scent, and it smells so nice and clean, and they clean the floor so good. Let me know what you guys are doing and tackling today and tonight. Thank you guys so much for being here again, like I said, but I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye. So I wanted to show you guys real quick, like, what I do before I go to work. It's 7:09 right now, which is kind of late, or 7:10. It's kind of late right now, but I've got to do a couple things here before I actually go in physically to the office today. So I'm starting these loads of laundry. This is just my laundry that came out of here. Lady's made a mess everywhere. You can't see a lot of it. It's everywhere, and I just did not feel good last night, so I did not feel like picking it up. So we're gonna do that later. There's more in the bedroom. So I'm gonna start a load before I leave. I'm gonna start a load of dishes before I leave, so that can be done by the time I get home. I think I'm gonna paint this tray and do a DIY today, and then let me show you what I have to fold still from last weekend doing laundry. Yep, so that's that. Oh, look, I got this at Walmart. It was on clearance for $11. I'll link this down below for you guys. It is the dupe of the Barefoot Dreams blanket, and I think it's normally like $40, maybe $39.99, and it's on clearance for $11. So I grabbed it. Even if I don't use it, I might use it for a gift. I probably should have grabbed two, but that's okay. If they have them again, I'll probably grab another one. But I'll link it down below if I can find it, and it's so soft. So okay, I'm gonna go start that little laundry so I can get my face sort of on and go to work today. What you doing, buddy? You look so much better. You look so much better. Do you feel better? Yeah. Mommy's got to clean it down here. See? That's our daily cat litter. It's on the tray. Yep. Her day, huh? Yep. Here's just a few things that I wanted to show you guys today. So I went to the Target dollar spot and I got those towels there. I got a new cutting board to decorate with. I also got this Lazy Susan. It was so cute. I thought it looked really good with all the cutting boards that I have. It was only $5. And that was at the Target dollar spot. A couple other things that I picked up. These I got at Aldi. They were on sale for $4.19. They had a 4-pack of like round ones. They're more like oval shaped, but I like the squared ones, so I grabbed those. I also got some tea at Target to try to work on my positive energy and my stress. But we have the whole kitchen to clean up with dishes, and I need to put away the Valentine's Day candy that I got Justin. So that's just a couple of the things that I need to get done today. Hi guys, welcome back and welcome if you are new. I am Katie, and today we are going to get a bunch of things cleaned up. So I did go ahead and I made a to-do list, checklist, just to make sure that I stayed focused and I stayed on task with stuff. Now I did do a couple more things that were not on this list, but this was my main list of things that I needed to get done. So we're going to start by dusting, and I just want to do a disclaimer in this video. It is going to take me 2 days to get the house clean in this video. I did not realize how much stuff I had to get done, and because I do work during the day, I got home after 4 and started cleaning. So I cleaned from 4 to about 10:30 and then started to clean, and I'll clean the porch the next day. So stay tuned. This is a really super long video, but I would love to know what you guys think about it. Give it a big thumbs up if you like it, and don't forget to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button down below. It is free to subscribe as always, but it does help me continue to create more YouTube content when you subscribe and watch and like. Thanks guys. couple videos, but I really do like to start in the kitchen because I feel like that's where the bulk of my mess is usually. Also, the air fryer that we have, I did just watch a YouTube video on it, and you can put the trays in the dishwasher. So I will link that air fryer down below for you guys. We absolutely love it. I use it for everything. You basically can put just about anything, I'm pretty sure, into it from what I was reading. But the fact that I can stick it in the dishwasher is going to make cleanup a little bit easier.
Get so lost in my moments, doesn't mean I don't need you. I fell in love with your colors, they kind of tell me what I'm thinking. I fell in love with.
So I just started using the Dawn Power Wash spray to get stuff that's stuck on off faster, and I do really like it. Now, if you're gonna do like a whole load of dishes by hand, I wouldn't suggest using that just specifically on your sponge. But if you're just wanting to set it on there just to get some tough things off of your containers or off a pizza pan, it comes off so good, and it comes off a lot faster than just letting it soak in the regular dish soap in water.
There's something different about us. There's something different about us. We're pouring cup after cup after cup. Yeah, it's just the way we do it. Anything just to block out the real life, real life. Yeah, we're loving the way they think we're so messed up. Even if what we're doing is bad, there's so many emotions. Sharing stories that we never had, yeah, none is real. I think we're searching for reasons not to be like them. We fly around like paper planes, they never know where we will fall. Nobody can see us, still they wanna tear us apart. There's something different about the way we are. There's something different about us. There's something different about us. There's something different about the way we are. There's something different about the way we are.
Gonna stay in this moment. Gonna lay here on the grass.
So before I start vacuuming, I do go around and I do pick up all the dog toys, and I go pick up all the chunks of stuff that she pulls out of her toys so that it doesn't get stuck in the vacuum roller, because Dyson does not appreciate the clumps of fluff that come out of that, so I have to pick those up before I start vacuuming.
No, no. 'Cause the best thing about it is I know I'm coming back. Oh, oh. Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you. Been walking down the street so many times, my feet know every brick and stone. Could wear a blindfold no matter what I do.
So since moving into the apartment, I have noticed that there are more nooks and crannies for hair and dust to get to, because now we have the wood floor everywhere except for the bedrooms. So now I am having to check underneath like all of these kind of like pieces of furniture and the sofa. So my next video I am going to pull the sofa out because I took a look underneath there and there's a lot of pet hair, so we're going to clean underneath there in another video also. But I'm just more aware now of all the nooks and crannies that I have to get to instead of just kind of vacuuming and then getting to underneath the piece of furniture later.
Different cities, friendly faces, and perhaps I'm going back. But I don't have to be chasing every dream that I have. Oh, no. 'Cause the thing is, I've got more love here than I can bear. Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you. Been walking down the street so many times, my feet know every brick and stone. Could wear a blindfold. No matter what I do, I'm coming.
Remember to always check on the underside of your chair legs because hair and dust will get stuck if you have the little felt pads on the bottom. So that's what I was doing. I was just wiping off the felt pads to get the pet hair off of those.
All I know, all I know, all I know is this is where my heart is.
Here I'm just organizing some of the new tea that I picked up while I was at Target. I got a positive energy and a stress relief tea to see if that can help me kind of calm down lately. So I'm going to try that tea, see if it's any good, but I also wanted to go ahead and organize some of the candy that I got Justin for Valentine's Day and stick that in the pantry. If you guys did not catch my pantry organization, I'm going to link it up here. Check it out. It was very, very cathartic for me. It was great. All the clear containers, I can see where everything is, and everything is so nice and organized.
What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope. You fill my head with roses. I can't help but dream away. Standing on a field with you and flowers everywhere. Maybe there is a star with your name. One thing I know is
So with our coffee, I do order the recycle bags from Nespresso, and they do send those to you for free. Whenever I order my coffee, I do order 2 more bags, but all you do is you put your coffee pods in the bag, and once it fills up, then you just take it to like a UPS location, and they'll ship it off to Nespresso, and they will recycle those for you. I always use like filtered water in my coffee machines just so that it doesn't get as much buildup in it like it does with like tap water. I am going to go ahead and move everything and wipe all around the coffee pot and the drawer that I use for all the little pods. Fill those up and put the coffee pot back and wipe up the rest of the kitchen.
dreaming of you, dreaming of you, I'm dreaming of you. What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars.
Okay guys, so I'm so excited. I am going to start trying to decorate little spaces. I just didn't want to spend a lot of money in the apartment since we aren't going to be here for a long time, but the Target dollar spot came through. They had some cutting boards and the 4-pack right there that I'm opening. I got those at Aldi. They were on clearance for $4.19. It's $4.19. They were on sale. They had round ones too, but I just grabbed them because I thought even if I didn't use them for decoration, you could use them as coasters. You can use them to set candles on so that the surface that the candle's sitting on doesn't get hot. And I do go ahead and I am going to put one of those cutting boards in my Mickey tray that I did. Speaking of trays, I did another tray real quick. Didn't really show a lot of it, and I didn't really realize how light colored the font that I chose. I didn't want it to be super stark and black for this tray because I wanted it to be kind of girly and kind of subtle because y'all know I love Disney, and I just didn't want one more thing in there to be very overpowering and Disney. So I cut out a vinyl that said, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, I wanted to be Star Wars themed, and I wish the font was just a little bit more brown, but I was already deep in and it was late, so I just left it. It's cute, like it's so cute. I'll show you guys later in the video what it ended up looking like and how I decorated it, but it was a really simple craft. I got the tray at Dollar Tree. It was $3 at Dollar Tree. My Dollar Tree does have like a $2, $3, $5 section. So that's where I got that from. And I just used some of the paints that I had, and I used taupe and white and mixed those together to get that color. So that's how I made that tray.
All that we have is each other now. Promise you won't leave my side. I hope who I am is enough for you. If I'm giving you my love, giving you my love, love. Tell me what you wanna do. I'll do anything, as long as I can be here with you. Everything's alright. I'll be right here. I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer. I wanna stay here with you. All that we have is each other now. I promise I won't leave your side. Be who you are and you'll be enough. If you're giving me your love, giving me your love. All that we have is each other now. I promise I won't leave your side. I hope who I am is enough for you. If I'm giving you my love, giving you my love, love, love. Give me love, give me all your love, give me all your love. Give me love, give me all your love.
So as I edit this video, I do notice that I do like slide around on this floor as I mop it or as I vacuum it. It's very slippery when you have socks on, so I can kind of just glide while I clean my floors.
Give me all your love, give me all your love. Give me love, give me all your love, oh, 'cause I want you.
Okay, so the only things I have not got done so far tonight is this huge pile of laundry. All my last week's laundry in the week before. So I need to fold that tomorrow morning so I can get this bed cleaned up. And then I need to take this stuff out of here to put it in my other bathroom. I need to pack tomorrow. He's so sweet. What are you doing, buddy? Are you just weeping right there? Okay. I love you, old man. Yeah, I love you, old man. Sweet boy. He's just sleeping in the middle of the floor. If that makes him happy, cool by me. But I did get the house all cleaned up, so it is, I'm gonna check to see what time it is. I think it's like 10, it's 10, 11, it's not that bad. So I need to take the trash out tomorrow morning. We always do that in the mornings. I'm gonna do that in the morning. Ours being very good. He's being a good boy. The kitchen though looks amazing. So I've already started my list for tomorrow. Sorry, the dishwasher's running because I just started it. I started my list for tomorrow for the things I need to get done. Tomorrow we're gonna finish the laundry. I'm gonna clean our bedroom, and then I am going to work on getting our front porch cleaned up because it is very like leafy and just got pine needles everywhere. So I want to get that done. But I feel so much better in here. Look how much room is in here now. The drying rack is in the dishwasher right now. I'm probably not gonna leave it out anymore just because I do like how much room that I have now. But this thing is so fun. This little Lazy Susan that I got at Target today. So I put that stuff on there for right now. And I added some greenery for right here that I had out from when we moved. I added some cutting boards back here that I got today. And then I added my little cow that I've had. And I added some more cutting boards over here also. So I added those there. I am gonna get a new container for these. I just don't know what I want. I think I might get something like ivory, and I might actually have something. I just need to go look for it. So stay tuned for that one. But the entryway is all clean. We're gonna take that out to the garage tomorrow because I'm done with my projects for today, or for a minute. So that's gonna be all done. And then I brought the chair back out so I had more room in the second bedroom. But let's see what else we got out here, lady. I decorated this out here just a little bit. Just added some more stuff to it. We got this part kind of picked up. Hi, love. Hi. I need to pick up pillows here real quick. I'm a pillow picker-upper. Pillows are picked up a little bit. But yep, that's what I got done so far tonight. I got the floors mopped. That's just a little wet right now, but I'm gonna turn the lights off and just start heading to bed for tonight so that I can get up and do some other stuff tomorrow.
I don't know where she came from.
Hi, good morning. So here we are in day 2. So I am going to finish cleaning this second bedroom, our guest bedroom, and kind of wipe up everything. And I'm going to fold all the laundry that I showed you guys last night on the bed. There is a pile of laundry, so if you guys have laundry to fold, just sit down, turn this on, get your piles of laundry, because I have a lot of laundry also to fold. So let me know if you guys are folding laundry today in the comments below. I would love to know. I actually don't mind folding laundry. It's just that I kind of forget about it, that it's back here in this room, and then I come in and it's a pile taller than me.
Breath when you saw her in that dress. When your heart is beating fast and you're sweating and you can't stop looking at her smile, then you've been in love. That's how you know you've been in love.
So here's a little tray, and this is how I decorated it. I did have a little R2-D2 that I got in Disney World one year. I did end up using some stickers that I use for making cards. They're white and they're kind of foam, and I just put them on the bottom of his feet and just stuck them on there because I knew it wouldn't damage the bottom of that stand. So he is now currently standing up and will not fall over if the side table gets bumped.
Oh, and I just want to tell her how I feel, scream it out loud. Have you ever been in love? Have you ever lost your head? Have you felt like you were out of breath when you saw her in that dress? When your heart is beating fast and you're sweating and you can't stop looking at her smile, then you've been in love. That's how you know you've been in love.
Like I said, guys, we have a ton of laundry to fold today. It is so much laundry, but this was probably the best feeling to get this all done out of anything that I had on my list the last 2 days. This was the best thing. It made me feel like I accomplished something. I got so much done just getting this one thing done. It felt really good to get everything done and actually put away and not just kind of half folded. But I did go ahead. So I when I fold things, I make piles. So I was a nanny a long time ago for like 11 years for 3 kids. So I had to take 3 children's clothes to 3 different rooms. So if you make separate piles, it's going to reduce multiple trips to multiple rooms. So if you have clothes that go in one child's room, the other child's room, or just you and your husband, or just your clothes, and it needs to go to like a bathroom, or you've got towels that are downstairs, but then you have some that are upstairs, just make those piles to prevent those multiple trips. Also, another suggestion with that, I buy laundry baskets from the Dollar Tree to help get things to where I need to go. So then you aren't having to carry those piles. So you can take 2 laundry baskets full if you have to go downstairs or upstairs or to the other side of the house. It just makes transporting those multiple items just a little bit easier, and you can get it done a little bit faster.
I don't know where you came from. I don't know what you did.
So I try to fold everything the KonMari method. I will link up here for you guys and link down below for you my video where I showed how to fold leggings and t-shirts the KonMari method. It just makes things a little bit easier to get in and out of drawers. You can see what you have in your drawer a little bit easier, especially with leggings and t-shirts, because most of us just cram things in there and then we end up forgetting what we have. So like I said, check out that video if you guys are looking for ways to refold your leggings or your t-shirts.
We dance until we get lost. We dance until we get lost. Follow you, the only thing I want to do. Through everything we step into.
So in the apartment, I am using 2 closets. So this closet is my closet for the bulk of my clothes. So any of just my normal daily clothes or big sweaters and all my shoes go in this closet. The other closet in our master bedroom, that I just keep some of my work clothes, just like my work pants and then the shirts that I wear to work. But then Justin gets the bulk of that closet just because we are down a couple closets in the apartment. And that's why you see all my stuff in here and me walking back and forth. In the dresser also in our master, I keep my leggings and my t-shirts and stuff like that in there.
We get lost. We dance until we get lost. We dance until we get lost. Follow you, the only thing I want to do. Through everything we step into. We dance until we get lost.
I had been meaning to get this cabinet a little bit more cleaned up. This is where I keep all of my Disney stuff that I've gotten, just kind of little trinkets and things. And someone gave me a 20-year anniversary jean jacket and I wanted to display it, so I kind of rolled it up and you can kind of see the little jean jacket there, so I wanted to make sure nothing happened to it. So it is in my shrine to all things Disney and Harry Potter down at the bottom. Just when you thought we might be done with laundry, no, there's still more laundry. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Leave me an emoji down below if you're still here. These are the clothes that I was talking about that go in the other closet. So these are my work clothes. So these all get hung up and I'm going to take those all in the other bedroom. Okay, so I have this rug that I'm going to put outside. This I actually had bought for the front door area, but because it's so thick right here on the bottom, it kept getting knocked on, like by the door wouldn't open all the way. So I had to take that away. So, but because it's like kind of dirty just from us walking on it when we first moved in, isn't really a good one to wash in this kind of wash machine. I'm going to stick it outside. So I felt like it would be a good outside rug. Super cute, and I want to be able to use it. Also, I pulled out a bunch of like random decorations that I kept out when we moved in, because I was like, well, I might want to use those somewhere, because I had these out in the house when we lived in Missouri. So I kept some of this stuff out, and I'm going to put some of it on the table out here just to kind of decorate it a little bit more. So now I'm going to take you out to our patio to show you what a mess it is and what I'm going to do to it. Okay, so it's a hot mess out here. We just have some random things. We have nothing to do with these coolers, so we've just stored them right here. We are kind of down like low, whereas the other like people obviously were on the bottom floor. So we're kind of tucked back in this like little hidden area back here, which I love. Lady has currently found something. This is a hot mess. It got so cold here. I forgot my orchid was out here. It is definitely dead. So, but it's going to work out, because I think what I'm going to do is take that container and use that container for my utensils in the kitchen. So I think it actually kind of weirdly worked out, but we're going to wipe everything up, and I'm going to broom sweep down here. And then I'm going to ask Justin what he wants me to do with this pot. If he wants me to unpot these things that might be dead, because it looks atrocious. Yeah. So we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna decorate the table a little bit with some new like greenery and stuff that I had inside that I just showed you. So we're gonna do that. This felt so great to get this space swept off, just because it is a smaller space. And we do have a pretty large table out there. I wanted to be able to use it. I want to go out there and I want to drink coffee, or I want to go out there and have dinner with Justin, but it was just a mess, and I didn't want to go out there. And I also just didn't want to go out there with Lady getting into everything. As you can see, she gets into stuff. I just don't want her to eat something that she shouldn't eat. So I wanted to spend this part of my day just cleaning up this area, sweeping it off, and just getting it picked up and just a little bit more inviting. You guys, I had a funny feeling about this cooler. We had literally not been out there in probably a month or so, and I remember asking Justin, I'm like, is there anything in those coolers? He's like, I don't think so. There was some stuff in the cooler. It's not a big deal. It's just that I think that one of the ice packs leaked in there, so it was kind of like a gel substance at the bottom of the cooler. So I took out all of the ice packs that we had in there. I threw those away because, like I said, I don't know which one was leaking, and I didn't want to figure it out. And I took out anything that I thought could be salvaged. The other stuff I just threw away. The other cooler down at the bottom, totally clean. That's Justin keeps that one in his truck usually with waters and stuff when it's hot out. So I just kind of wiped it off, and I just left the Arctic open so that it could dry out and so that it doesn't like get mold and stuff in it. So I just opened it and left it open like that. You will notice too that I do move the coolers around a couple times. Justin had a pretty good suggestion to not leave them like right there by the railing and just kind of push them up against the house. So I will move some stuff around a couple times, just trying to figure out like a great space for something, because like I said, it is a smaller space.
Next to you, get next to you. Not asking for much, but it feels like the two of us are golden. Now go out, you see. What do you got? So take a chance on me. It's magical when you are close, so get close with me. What do you got? 'Cause I am golden, I'm golden.
much everything that you see there came from IKEA. So all the fake plants, the black container that I stick the plants in, and the gold like vase holders also came from IKEA. I miss having IKEA around, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think we have one, but I think it's in Charlotte, so I would have to drive a little bit to get there. But anyway, those also came from IKEA. They were a 3-pack, and the coasters that are sitting there also came from IKEA.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know.
So I did get everything on my to-do list done. Now, it did take me 2 days to get it done, but it got done. And try to get everything done in one night. I would have been up until like 3 a.m. trying to get all of this stuff done, and then I would have slept in, and it would have just kind of not ruined my next day, but it would have just taken up a large portion of my next day. So split up your task 100%. Just give yourself 2-3 things, even one thing a day to get done, because there's always tomorrow that you can get the next thing done.
Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting.
So this, we move this over here. I need to leave it open so it can kind of air out and dry. But I put that stuff in the corner over there. I wiped off all the chairs. Hi. Hi. I know. Art's here. Hi, Art. And then there's we have all those right next to us. Lovely. Anyway. I wiped up all the chairs, I wiped up the table. I'm not quite sure what this is though, and why it's not coming off. I don't know if something from above us dripped on it. I don't know. This table is awesome because it actually extends. You open it up and you can fit, I think 8 to 10 or 3, 6, 7, 8 people at it. I love this table. I got it at Lowe's like a couple years ago, and I absolutely love it. But anyway, I wiped up the table, I wiped off the chairs, I added that rug down here. It fit perfect for right there. The dog loves it. She's been laying right there. I added some wreaths to this door that I had, and all I used was command strips. I used the Velcro ones, and I just command stripped it to the one side, but then I just opened up the Velcro and then hung them in there like that. So that's all I did. Like, it's green, it's fine. No one's really gonna notice it. So that we're gonna deal with today and see what Justin wants to do with. We have this pot over here that actually came from our house in Missouri also. We had it in the living room a couple times, and it just kind of kept getting moved around, but I thought it would be perfect for an outside pot. I didn't really like it for an inside pot anymore, but for an outside pot, I love it. But yeah, so I've got this chair. We're gonna see if we can save this little sago palm because it's looking a little bad, but we can't take it inside because it actually is poisonous to cats, and we don't want the cat in it. So I added all this stuff. Came from IKEA. Basically everything but this. These 3 things came from Target, but then the rest of all this, the little coaster pads, that container, and the faux like plants, those all came from IKEA. And even these 3 little succulents came from IKEA. So that's where that stuff came from. But we have lights too that are strung up here, if you can even see them right there. So yeah, it's cleaned. It's not as like covered with foliage out here, and you can walk out here, so it'll be nice to sit out here and drink coffee in the morning. Justin went and picked up our grocery order, so I've got it. He piled it for me in different piles over here. So, and it's wine time, so it's that time of night for me. Yep. And then we've got stuff over here, and then I've got to clean all the vegetables. So we are going to start by putting all of these things away. So I got peanut butter. I can't remember if I got peanut butter because I wanted to make peanut butter cookies or what. I got it for smoothies. Ooh, I cannot wait to show you guys my new like smoothie maker. So I'm gonna start making smoothies in the morning instead of taking it. I like salads for breakfast. I know that's really weird, but I like a salad, so I figure it'll be like more condensed if I can make it in a smoothie. So we're gonna try that for breakfast because I'm getting tired of having oats every day. So I'm gonna make smoothies and try to switch it up a little bit. I got some cereal bars for Justin. He likes these. I love this one. This is my favorite one. The Golden Grahams one are my favorite. Got him some croutons for a salad. I'm going to make some nachos this weekend. I got more fruit snacks because I love fruit snacks. I got dried cranberries. I'm going to make chicken salad today. So I'm going to make chicken salad. Show you guys how I make my chicken salad. I got these little things to go on my desk at work because I like to eat peanut butter on the go. It's a little snack. I got more crackers. And I got more snacks also for my desk at work. So got that. And then we got... Hi, did you go outside and go potty? I got a ton of string cheese. I didn't realize I bought such a huge pack, but I did. I got some bacon, and I got some lunch meat. Got some guacamole for those nachos. I got celery for the chicken salad. I got Justin a couple of these salad mix kits. I got an Asian one and a Southwest one. They're pretty good. I like them. You probably can get 2 servings out of them, depending upon how hungry you are, but I know I make it for us for dinner, and I only use 1 bag, and it usually makes a lot. I got some taco cheese for the nachos. I got some spinach for the smoothies and for my salads. Almond milk also for the smoothies. I got some more bacon bit pieces and some butter and some cherry tomatoes. So that's what we got there. I think we got some, oh, yep, I got frozen chicken. I got that to make chicken salad, which, oh, yep, I got some frozen fruit for the smoothies. And I got some hamburger for the nachos. Oh, I got some croissants for the chicken salad sandwiches. And I got some fresh fruit for the smoothies. Target. I think I just got toilet paper and heartburn medicine. And then I got some chips for lunches and just for the nachos that we're going to do. So yeah, I'm going to put all this stuff away. And then we'll see if I can get to the chicken salad if the chicken defrosts fast enough tonight. These new containers that I got for the refrigerator. Now it does take me a little bit longer obviously to put things away, but things are so organized. I know where everything is and my food is staying fresher longer. So like the lettuce and all the vegetables that I have with our Everyplate or the ones that I buy separately just for us, they stay fresh a lot longer, especially when I put the herbs in that little herb container. It worked really well in the other white container. Also, I just put a little water down at the bottom and kept them in there. Like I said, I'm loving them. I will link it down below, but you can also check out my video. I'll link them down below. Also my refrigerator reorganization, and that will kind of run through all the different containers and kind of what they do and how they're beneficial for different kinds of food. started using the Thieves cleaner for the fruits and the vegetables just because I wanted to make sure that they were a little extra clean rather than just running water over them. So I think they get cleaner because obviously the water is a little bit dirtier. Once I do dump the water out, it hasn't been anything that's like super disgusting, but it just makes me feel a little bit better that we're cleaning our vegetables just a little bit more. Let me know too in the comments below if you guys use Thieves or if you use a different brand to clean your fruits and vegetables. I knew right after I cleaned this lettuce, I would find my salad spinner. I do have a salad spinner, and I'll probably show that in another video once I get more lettuce, once we go grocery shopping in a week or two. The salad spinner is a lot easier to use than using that, but it worked out. I just then put a paper towel down on the counter and just kind of dried off the lettuce before I stuck it back in the container. You do want to make sure to rinse off the vegetables after it's been in the Thieves solution. So I just washed it off and then I stuck the celery to the side because I am going to chop that up. But the cherry tomatoes, I am going to rinse off and stick them in that colander and let them kind of air dry before I stick them in their container. So y'all, I will always say have that glass of wine, have that margarita, do what you need to do for a little self-care. And I do enjoy cleaning up my home and cleaning up the kitchen and prepping all of our food, but it's just a nice time to just stand there with myself, have a glass of wine, just kind of think through my thoughts, think through the day, and just get the home cleaned up. And it just makes me happy and it makes me feel better just having a cleaner, more welcoming home. And I love wine, so I figure why not use this time to just have a glass of wine.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that. You're the traveling.
So for our smoothies, I did get some frozen fruit like strawberries and berries. I did go ahead and get that in the frozen fruit just because that was a little bit easier. And I did get the pineapple and the bananas because I might go ahead and dehydrate the bananas if I don't use them as fast. I don't really like bananas very much. I don't like to just eat them. I don't mind them in smoothies and stuff, but Justin does like bananas, so hopefully he'll help me eat them. But I did buy all this stuff just to make our smoothies in the mornings. So most of the time you guys will see me clean as I go. My grandma taught me to clean as I go. So if I'm cooking something, I'm going to try to clean as I go so that I don't end up with a huge mess at the end of whatever I'm trying to prepare. So just a little tip and trick from me, just kind of try to clean as you go.
Once you travel the world, all the spaces inside your heart.
Hi guys, good morning, welcome back, and welcome if you're new. I'm Katie, and so today I'm going to show you guys a couple things that I got from TJ Maxx real quick. I actually have one of the outfits on right now. I just got done doing my hair. It was hair washing day, and I kind of put some makeup on. I just used, let me show you. I just used this Tula face filter blurring and moisturizing primer. I really like this stuff for days that like I don't want to put a full face of makeup on, and I just want a little bit of tint, and it makes me look just kind of like I have kind of a suntan. I like it. So also I had this like white neck sweater on. I didn't want to have makeup like rubbing off on it all day. So that wasn't something I wanted to do. So I got all that done, got my hair washed. I'll show you guys what I got from TJ Maxx. We're going to clean the living room today. So what we're going to do is clean out the couch. We're going to vacuum outside the inside of the couch. We're going to move everything. I'm going to vacuum underneath the couch, clean underneath that, and mop all in the living room and get a couple of those things done. Also, I'm going to make chicken salads. I'm going to share my chicken salad recipe with you guys. It's super easy. I do put my chicken in either an air fryer or an Instapot when I cook it. It just makes it a little bit easier and faster. So just as an FYI, I will link both of those things down below for you guys. Also, if you guys have a good chicken salad recipe, I would love to know. Share it down below. Share it over on my Instagram at katiejameslife. Just a little bit different than it is over here. So yeah, we're just gonna get that stuff done. I'm gonna fold laundry, but I'm probably not gonna show you guys that again. Look at that. Like, what is my problem? Like, I'm a mess. Like, I literally cannot get laundry taken care of. It's just what I do. I'm not gonna try to fight the gods above about the laundry. So I'm gonna show you the outfit that I have on today. So I found these Under Armour like leggings. They're like a sage green. They're really pretty. I found them at TJ Maxx. They were on clearance for $16. I'm gonna wear that today. I want to show you what I'm gonna wear today before I put it on so you can actually see what I got. And then I found this ribbed shirt. This is so cute. It's got a neck on it, and I'm thankful for today because today it's only supposed to be like 40 here, which is odd because it was 70 yesterday, so that's fun. But it's got ribbed sleeves. It's got the little thumb holder. If you like those, I never use them. I usually just end up rolling my sleeves up like a 2-year-old. But it's got a neck on it, and this one was $16.99. This is the Skin brand. They always have that at TJ Maxx, but I got it in a medium because that's the only one they had. I probably could have done a small, but it's a little oversized, and that's fine because I'm gonna wear leggings with it. But so let me show you the sports bra I got. It is super wrinkly because it's been in this bag since I went to Disney in September last year. So I wore this to Disney because I got a white tank top and it fit the back of the tank top nicely. So here's what the racer back kind of looks like. I'll link this down below. I got this on Amazon. I really like it. It's very comfortable. It's like soft. It kind of feels like a bathing suit material kind of is what it feels like, but I might wear it with this today. So let me put these things on and then I'll show you guys what else I got at TJ Maxx yesterday. So you know, the leggings retailed for $45 and the Skin pullover, it retailed for $40. So that's what those were. So I got this one for $16.99 and this one for $16. Okay, so this is the outfit I have on today. Super cute. I love these little leggings. Here's the outfit before I change it. It's cute. So the next thing that I got was this shirt. I bought this in a 1X because I wanted it to be oversized, but I could wear it with some leggings. I've got a tight, like the Spanx, like crackle leggings I thought that would be really cute with them with an open-toed, like pair of shoes. But this is the back of it. So cute. It's just got a smaller stripe print on the back. And then there's the front. And it does have the sleeves that pin up here. And this one is by Jane and Delancey. Never heard of it. Very cute. I got it at TJ Maxx. I got it on clearance for $16. It was marked at $19.99, but then it was marked down to $16. There's no like what the like retail cost of it is in here, I don't think anywhere. No. You'd be shocked to know that I did not buy anything black. So that's it. Amazing. That's an amazing thing that I did. This is a Michael Kors shirt. It's nautical. It's kind of, they're not rope, it's the chain, but to me it looks like nautical-ish. The zipper is actually pretty heavy right here in the front of it. So this one was $29.99. This would be good for work. I got this in a medium. This one actually retails for $98. So this one, here's the retail, and I got it for $30. So we'll give it a try. I haven't tried it on yet. I'm gonna try it on, make sure that I like it. I was under time crunch yesterday when I went shopping, so I just kind of grabbed stuff. This shirt is by JNY, so Jones, New York. I got this in a medium also. This one was $16.99. It was marked down from, well, it says compare at $24, but there's not a like original price tag on it. So this is what it is. It is a sleeveless shirt that I got for work. Again, it's like mustard I think it's black and white in the print. It's not blue. At first I thought it might be blue, but I think it's black. But I thought this one was really cute for work. This would be cute with a pair of black pants and blazer. The next item I got, the next two items that I got. So I got 2 sets of pajamas. So this is an actual set though. So I got 1 set of a pajama and then I got another pajama top. So this one came with this little nightgown. It does have the adjustable straps on it. This was $19.99. Let me see what the brand is, if it's got it on here. Leah Sodi. It's THALIA SODI. I got this in a small. That's that. Cute. But it did come with a matching robe. So I was actually looking for just a robe, but this is that jersey material and it's a little shorter robe and it's not black. All my robes are black. So I wanted something a little bit different and a little more pink. So this worked out perfectly because it came as a set. So I thought for $20 I might as well. So I got that, but let me go grab my other thing that I got. Okay, so the second pair of pajamas I got was this nightshirt. It is by Cupcakes and Cashmere, and this one was also $16.99. It is not a, I guess maybe what you call this, like a satin material, but it feels like my dress shirts did. It feels kind of like a dress shirt. It's not the jersey material, but I thought it would be a little lighter to wear because I get so hot at night, but it is a night shirt. It comes down to, I don't know if you guys can see, but it comes down to just about above my knees. It's not like too girly, but it is girly. So I got this one in a medium, and I got this one in a medium because of the material. I wanted to make sure that I had enough room in the arms to move around. So that's why I got this one in a medium. I probably could have done a small, but this one fit perfect last night and I could sleep, especially with sleeping. I wanted to make sure that I had like room to move and wasn't like confined and didn't like it and ended up wasting the money. So those are the things I got at TJ Maxx. I know I had a couple people ask me to like share some of the stuff that I buy. So that was like really honestly the first time in a long time that I've like gone out and bought things. A lot of the times I buy a lot of things on Amazon. I buy things from Walmart and Target when I'm there. Just especially Walmart. I will grab stuff at Walmart for work that's on sale for like $6, $11. Like I just try to go through their clearance rack a lot of times when I'm there. I don't usually go into Walmart very often. So when I do go in and grab things. Always check out clearance sections because you can usually get stuff like on a pretty good deal. I like to buy things at a pretty good deal. I don't really want to pay full price for things. Stuff from TJ Maxx, got that done. I am going to fold this laundry. Like I said, I'm not going to show that because you guys are probably tired of seeing me fold laundry right now, but we'll fold laundry again next week. Then we're going to go clean. We're going to actually start the chicken salad, and then we are going to go start cleaning the living room so I can get all that stuff moved out of the way. So I will tell you guys, I am not a pro with Instapot yet. I have had it for probably 2 years now, and I've only used it a handful of times. So I did go ahead and put just a tiny bit of avocado oil down at the bottom, and then I stuck in the, it's like the grate that kind of goes in there, the little stand that goes in the Instapot, and then I put in a cup of water with it. And then I added the chicken, and then I put salt and pepper on the chicken. So I didn't add any salt and pepper to my chicken salad. I just put it on the chicken that I stuck in the Instapot. I, again, don't know how to use the buttons, and every time I go to use this thing, it ends up taking me 3 times as long because I never remember how to use it because I don't use it very often. So just read the directions to your Instapot. Like I said, I'm not very good at it. I'm way better at using my air fryer than I am the Instapot, but I decided to go ahead and use the Instapot because I had so much chicken to use. I did use a 5-pound bag of frozen chicken to make this recipe. So here I'm just putting away our food that we got for Everyplate for the week. So I am taking things out of the box and just kind of splitting it up also. I do take all the condiments and stuff and put them in a Ziploc bag and put it in its own container in the refrigerator so things aren't getting mixed up and mixed around. But now that I'm not putting that box in there, I have a little bit more room for more food.
I built my walls so high you couldn't climb them, but you're not the one to blame. I know this is all on me. I'm sorry for the way we left things. I know you're hurting. I didn't mean to start a war. I'm still learning how to talk up on my feelings. You know it gets hard sometimes.
I did go ahead and chop all the celery that I had. I figured even if I didn't use it all for the chicken salad, that I would use it for our smoothies. So I went ahead and just chopped it all up.
I just realized that
ingredients that I use for my chicken salad. It's just chicken. I use craisins. I feel like grapes are just too heavy for chicken salad, and the craisins I think are great. If you don't like craisins, you could use raisins instead of grapes, but just kind of a suggestion of mine. But I do use a little bit of Dijon mustard, and I do use mayonnaise. You can substitute the mayonnaise for Miracle Whip if you like Miracle Whip better, but it's going to be the same ratios, 1 cup to 1 cup.
If you give me one more try, I might just realize that it will.
Link these meat shredders down below for you guys. We had bought these for our smoker, and I have never used them, but they definitely came in super handy to shred all this chicken, and it was really actually kind of fast to shred it with those. So I'll link those down below if you guys are interested or looking for those.
Say something like you love me and make my day, like you always do, like you always do. Hold my hand and look me in the eye so I can tell you how I feel, tell you how I feel. Every day is something new. If I spend it with you, with you, with you. Oh, I want you right now, and I need you right now, you right now. My world is spinning round, round, around. Oh, I want you now, now, now. My world is spinning round, round, round. And I want you now, and I want you now, and I want you now. How you move and what you do has made me so crazy about you now. Now we can go anywhere you like and do anything you want, anything you want. 'Cause every day is something new. If I spend it with you, with you, with you. Oh, I want you right now. Oh, I need you right now, you right now.
So these are the towels that I showed in my last video that I got from Grove for free. They're a pretty good size towel. I really wish that I would have washed them before I would have used them, but they do have a little place where you can hook them, but it's in the middle, which I thought was pretty interesting because most of the time that you find towels, it's on one of the corners, and I like that it's in the middle of the towel.
Now, now, my world is spinning round, round, round. And I want you now, and I want you now, and I want you now.
So now I'm on to breakfast time for us, and I am going to use our new, it's the Magic Bullet, and I really liked how it worked. I thought I taped what the Magic Bullet looked like, but I did not. So this is the recipe that I found on Pinterest up here that I'm trying because I had all the ingredients. So I started with the spinach, and then I added some pineapple, and I added banana. I did go ahead and add some chia seeds, and I did add our greens to this. So instead of having this plus a cup of greens, I just went ahead and added 2 scoops of our greens to our smoothie so that we could kind of, have our breakfast and kind of be done with it. Okay, so today what I want to do is I want to clean out the couch. I want to vacuum out the couch. I'm going to take the cushions off. We're going to move the couch. I'm going to vacuum behind that. I'm going to move all of this stuff out of the way so that I can Swiffer behind it real quick. And then I'm going to move the dog bed and like clean from here to like here-ish. Today it's going to be like a real quick like spring clean. Like I just need to get a part of it done. And then my next video we'll do the other part back here. We'll move the table out. We'll move all that stuff out. It's just because I'm limited in space and I don't have a lot of time right now. So I'm just getting done what I can get done. So we're just going to get this section done. Part of it started because Justin was moving cushions around and was like, oh, okay, we need to vacuum in here. So we're going to go ahead and start that and move the furniture out so that I can Swiffer back there, because I was also underneath the couch the other day and noticed there was a lot of dog hair back there. So we're going to get that all cleaned up and we should be good for the day. So I'm going to start by removing all the pillows and all the cushions. And guys, we've only been in this apartment for like 4 months and this couch is brand new to us moving in here. I'm so surprised at how much stuff was actually in the couch, like underneath the cushions, because we don't really eat over there, and I was just shocked at how much stuff was in the cushions.
Too late, too late, too late, too late. I know I made mistakes, I know I lied. I should have noticed, yeah, I should have tried. And all the love that I just ignored, I'm gonna revive it, I'm gonna revive it. Come now, give me a moment, 'cause you know about the place I'm from.
So I did go ahead and I vacuumed both sides of the cushions and then I stuck them back into their sections. We have been moving the cushions around just so that one side doesn't get too worn down, because we tend to sit over on the side with the table. So the last cushion was actually pretty hard to cram back in there, but we got it back in there. We're all good. So everything's good. So now we're going to start moving the furniture out of the way so that we can sweep underneath the couch.
And all the love that I just ignored, I'm gonna revive it, I'm gonna revive it. I know I made mistakes, I know I lied. I should have noticed, yeah, I should have tried. And all the loving that I just ignored, I'm gonna revive it, I'm gonna revive it. I know I made mistakes, I know I lied. I should have noticed, yeah, I should have tried. And all the loving that I just ignored, I'm gonna revive it, 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 I'm gonna revive it. Never thought it would be so hard. I grew up without a scar. Just living my life with no big worries. And I've always known what I want, just didn't know what came along. Finding myself a much less happy. Back in the days I used to dream about one day.
So I was pretty shocked by how dirty it was underneath the couch. I mean, that's just that little section back there. I did clean the floor before I put the couch down when we first moved in. So that just tells me that like everything gets dirty whether or not you move it or not, or you're stepping on it. So always remember to take it like once a year at least to move stuff around so you can kind of clean behind it, clean underneath it, just to make sure that you're getting things a little extra clean.
I wanna stay wide open. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. I wanna stay wide open. Can't stand to hear more today. I'm gonna lock my door and stay inside or wait until I'm safe again. I have nothing more to put on. I'm defeated and withdrawn. Just trying to understand where it went wrong. Always believe that nothing good in life is free, but it's overwhelming how people can hate on me. Don't wanna care about them, though it hurts so bad. I wanna stay wide open, 'cause if I shut down, it just gives them right. I wanna stay wide open. Ooh, 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 ooh.
I did want to tell you guys, thank you guys so much for liking, watching, subscribing, commenting on all my videos. I do really appreciate it, guys. Remember to hit the notification bell down below to be reminded every time I do upload a new video. And remember, guys, it is free to subscribe to a channel on YouTube. It's always free. It does help me out to continue to provide content for you guys, and I really, really appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Though it hurts so bad, I wanna stay wide open.
Okay, so everything is cleaned. Over here, I moved the couch out a little bit. He's so excited. It got warm in here with our little fireplace heater thing down here. It actually does warm up the house pretty well, and I had to open the window because I was blasting hot. So really, this whole entire situation, you'll see it faster than I obviously did it, but it only took me about 15 minutes. Honestly, from start to finish, to move everything out of the way. I can move things a little bit easier because it is on this like vinyl floor. This is not real wood, obviously. So I'm not really worried about damaging it because it's pretty sturdy. So I could just, you know, move the couch out. So we have been rotating our cushions because we tend to come over here and sit because of the side table that we have. Like I said, I did move out the couch from the wall so that we could get to the plug back there because I sometimes sit there and edit, or I've got my phone plugged in, or I've got the iPad plugged in. So I want to be able to get back there and be able to plug stuff in. So if you guys have any suggestions for like multiple like USB like chargers, that'd be great to go right there because that's what I'm thinking I need to get. So leave it down in the comments below if you guys have any suggestions on like multiple USB chargers so we don't have to have just like one thing plugged in over there. Art is totally like, he loves the fact that that's open. I love that he just did that. That's great. You're such a good boy. So I vacuumed off everything. I swept out the couch. I moved it. I cleaned. What's so funny about how dirty the floor was back there, I cleaned that before we put everything back there. So that just tells you guys you need to clean underneath things also, not just around things. So so probably every couple months I'll probably move everything out and around just so that I can like make sure that it's clean underneath the rug and behind the couch and stuff. But I feel better that that's all done because my allergies have also been kicking lately. So that's why I wanted to make sure I got all the hair out from behind the couch and stuff. But I've got everything cleaned from the dog bed here So in the next video, we are going to go ahead and we'll clean the rest of the house. Again, thank you guys so much for watching today. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button down below to join the channel. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.
I don't know what you did to my heart. You took